which we were thankfully able to shoot in Amsterdam thanks to Viva Films. And then after that, Camp Sawi, and then Love at First Sight. And my first full-length film na ako lang talaga nagsulat, Last Night, which came out 2 years ago. So, to be honest, I don't really have that much experience as compared to, say, writers of Viva Films or Star Cinema. But I think the reason why I'm comfortable talking about script writing is because if I can do it, you can do it too. And it's pretty easy. To those who raised their hands about wanting to write scripts, how many of you like to read books? I'm assuming these are fiction books, novels. What do you like reading? What genre?
Poetry, young adult books, yes.
I super love young adult books. Yung mga series, lalo na yung mga The Selection, dumaan ako sa Twilight stage. To be honest, the reason why I love writing or creating stories is because sobrang bunso ko. Yung next sibling ko is 9 years older than me, so I didn't have too many playmates. So I like to read books and to write stories. I started with Archie comics, and then I evolved to Sweet Valley, to Goosebumps, and then Whodunits, and then crime stories. So I feel like if you are serious about script writing, the first thing I can recommend for you guys is to read a lot of books and watch a lot of movies. It has to be something you love to do. I get this feeling every time I'm given a role, as I'm about to start a new TV show or a movie, na bago ka mag-umpisa, when you read the script, you're immediately transported somewhere else, so you're not yourself anymore. And to the people here who like reading books, I know you know what I mean, na paglipat mo pa lang ng first page, hindi na ikaw kung sino ka man. Ikaw na yung main character ng libro. Lahat tayo na nagbasa ng Harry Potter, page 1 pa lang ng Harry Potter, nag-transform ka na, nakasalamin ka na rin, may backshot ka na rin sa noo. Nung nagbasa tayo ng Twilight, minahal natin yung mga vampire, kahit nakakatakot talaga sila. So, I think that's the beauty for me of telling stories, making movies, writing scripts, reading books. You're immediately transported somewhere else. Okay, so this afternoon, I honestly don't know what you guys want to learn tonight kasi iba-iba kayong levels of, I think, kung nasa na kayo into script writing. Like, I was privileged to take a class under Sir Ricky Lee in 2017, and that was pretty amazing. If you guys can enroll or mag-apply, kung pwede kayo mag-apply for that, I really recommend it. Kung wala pa kayong panahon to take classes, Sir Ricky has a book out called Crypto Quiapo. It's very helpful if you want to be a writer. There are a lot of writing exercises every day that you can try, and it's available in National Bookstore. So I recommend buying Crypto Quiapo to the people here who are serious about writing. So now, I want sana this symposium to be interactive. I will answer all your questions. I want to see where your head is at when it comes to script writing. I want to see how far along you are in knowing what you want to write. So I'm gonna encourage anybody to stand up, and there's a microphone here, and you can ask a question. Baka yung question yun na rin yung naiisip ng ibang nasa audience. And I am opening the Q&A right now. Okay guys.
It's open. Anybody have questions? Who has there? Sige.
Hello.
I can go to there, but you'd like to
You
come
guys
to the front.
You can come forward. Thank you.
Alright, sige. Please join us on stage.
Hi.
Kinikilig siya.
I like your pants.
Ay, ang ganda niyo sa first. Thank you po.
Thank you. What's your
Iba
name?
ba script writing ang ginagaling po yun?
Yes.
Bali po, ano po yung mga techniques at yung mga style niyo po pag gumagawa ng film?
Okay, napansin ko laging iba-iba. Like for Love at First Sight, it was very simple. Nasa kotse ako at yung dalawang DJ na assigned tong gabing yun, they were talking about love at first sight. Tapos naisip ko, paano kung hindi ka naman pa in love agad? Paano kung sinwerte ka lang or minalas ka? And from the title, Love at First Sight, doon na nabuo yung concept. So minsan, ganun kababaw, nag-uumpisa yung idea. Or I'll watch something, a movie na sobra ako naapektuhan, And may character doon na medyo hindi na-explain yung side niya. So feeling ko interesting to write about that character. So you can really get inspiration from anything. Minsan kahit umupo ka lang sa coffee shop, meron kang mapanood na ilang tao nag-uusap, makakabuo ka na ng eksena. So my tip, I think the technique na I'm talking about here is to be very observant of what's happening around you. Lagi kang makinig, lagi nakabukas yung mata mo sa kung pwede mo makita.
Pero po, di ba po parang minsan based on your own experience yung nasusulat niyo din? Para,
Yes.
para makakonect din dun sa audience niyo po.
Yes, for sure. Feeling ko rin hindi lang ako, lahat din ng ibang scriptwriter, you will see a style or kahit eksena or itsura ng character na makikita mo sa lahat ng ibang pelikula nila. I think that that aspect, medyo naglalaro ka na lang din yung gusto mo nalagyan ng marka ng sarili mo, kaya mo pinapasok sa lahat ng work mo. I have a question. Have you guys seen a script? You've seen a script?
Pero yung nakita ko pong script parang radio drama naman siya. Pero parang nagkaroon din po sila ng parang same, kasi per sequence din po pag radio drama. Tapos pag TV naman, ganun din naman po. Pero mas malawak lang kasi pag sa radio drama, kailangan mo sabihin pati yung mga sasaksakin, ganun, papatayan, ganun. Pero pag sa TV, visual po kasi very visual. Kaya parang naano ko na, what if yung sa radio, iba yung sequence nila, tapos ay yung iba yung style or technique, tapos po yung sa film or sa, kasi sa teleserye po iba din po, di ba po?
Yes.
Kaya po, parang na-curious lang po ako pag sa full length na ano.
Tama. Okay. So, ang makikita ko, ang masasabi kong difference, tama ka, very, parang sinuspoon feed mo yung sa radio eh. Sinasabi mo pati yung naglakad si Celia papunta sa bahay. Oo. Lahat kailangan mong sabihin sa radio. Samantalang sa TV, meron na lang narration na si Celia ay naglalakad papuntang bahay, pero hindi niya na kailangan sabihin, napapanood na lang natin. So, kukwentuhan ko kayo kung ano yung itsura ng isang script sa mga hindi pa nakakakita. Ang isang full-length film, ikukwento ko yung experience ko sa Viva kasi iba-iba sa bawat production. So, ang Viva Films, ang mainstream movie, can take anywhere between 15 to 20 days to shoot. And per day, around 10 sequences. So, kunwari, Meet Me in St. Gallen was a very short script. But we shot in Europe, we shot in Switzerland. We were able to finish that movie in 12 days. So actually, sobrang bilis nun. I know that Star Cinema takes 30 days to shoot a movie because they shoot a smaller amount of sequences in a day. So if you see the format of a script, to give you an idea, for a full-length movie na mga anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours, medyo nasa mga 100 sequences kayo. Kung katulad ng Meet Me in St. Gallen na 1 hour and 20 minutes, we only shot 70 sequences. So, around 70 to 100 sequences is enough for a full-length film. Ang format lagi is you start with, so, in a movie script, it always starts with sequence 1. So, it's literally number 1. And then you say if you're in an interior or exterior location. So, nasa loob ka ba o nasa labas? So, kung nasa bahay ka ni Bella, sequence 1, interior, Bella's house. Yun lang yung first line. And then you move on to your narration. Ano nangyayari sa loob ng bahay ni Bella? So, pumasok tayo sa isang malaking puting bahay. Nakita natin maraming picture frame, may nakahandang pagkain, may dugo sa sahig. So immediately, sa narration pa lang, meron ka nang binibigay na sense dapat of what the scene is going to lead to. Not just for yourself, but for the people who will work on the script with you, which is your DOP. Yeah, DOP is your cinematographer, sila yung nag-iilaw sa set. For your director, para alam ng director kung anong gusto mong mangyari sa eksena. And for your actors, para makabuelo na sila kung emotional yung scene or hindi. So you start with 1, interior Bella's house, your narration, and then dialogue. My biggest and easiest tip for everyone here, I notice kasi people always, the comments I always get is they like how I write my dialogue and they like how I speak my dialogue when I'm acting in a movie or in a soap. I think my trick for this is, lagi ko nakikita comment yan na bakit pag nagbato ka ng dialogue, parang nagsasalita ka talaga, walang monotone na sing-song voice. I really believe na all writers merong certain level of kabaliwan. So, kung nagsusulat ka ng dialogue or kung kailangan mo magsulat ng dialogue, kailangan naririnig mo sila mag-usap sa ulo mo. So, kung meron kang two characters in the scene, kunwari Bella and, what's your name? Sorry? Grace, okay. So, one, interior, Bella's house. Pumasok tayo sa loob ng puting bahay, may nakahandang pagkain, pero may dugo sa sahig. Hinahanap ni Bella si Grace. So, ang next line mo is, Bella, kasi ako na yung magda-dialogue. Grace, nasan ka? So, when you write it, ganun lang yung format niya, dire-diretso lang. So, pwede mo siyang ituloy kung nahanap ko ba si Grace o pupunta na ba ako sa sequence 2. So, sequence 2 can be, sequence 2, interior, Grace's room. So, kahit nasa loob kayo ng bahay, may specific locations pa rin. May kwarto ni Bella, may kwarto ni Grace, may kitchen, may living room. So, Grace's room. Pumasok si Bella sa kwarto ni Grace. Sinusundan niya ang trail ng dugo. So, sa narration mo pala, at sa binibigay mong locations within the house, or kung lalabas man sila, mabibigyan mo na ng idea yung director mo